Hi friends, my name is Danielle and you're watching Anime. We're doing the question and answer video today. I hope you don't mind that I'm gonna have a beer or two while doing this. I'm 22 and I live in Canada where the drinking age is 19, so drink responsibly yourselves. To those of you that asked a question, I might not be able to answer every single one, but I'll get to as many as I can. So the first question is from Mochi, who asked what made you like anime and what made you not lose interest in it for a long time. Okay, so I've actually been watching anime for basically my entire life. I grew up when I was really young watching Sailor Moon, Pokemon, Pretty Cure. I actually had a Sailor Mars doll. And then I moved on to, when I was in grade 1, 2 to 3, to watching every single Friday night on YTV, Naruto, Bleach, and Inuyasha. All my other Canadian kids know. So I watched that for a couple of years, loved it. And then a couple of years later, I found Spirited Away and I was like, this is amazing, I want things similar to this. And then I watched Laputa's Castle and I just kept on going until eventually I was rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. And okay, listen, if you think it's an anime, it's an anime. If you think it's a cartoon, it's a cartoon. I don't personally care what you call it, but I watched that over and over again, as well as Inuyasha over and over again in elementary school. In regards to how I kept up with it for such a long time, honestly, I didn't. I had phases where I watched a lot of anime, and I had phases where I barely watched anything at all, and I had mid phases. I actually recently went through a like 2 to 2.5 year phase where I barely watched anything at all, and that phase ended right when this channel started. So I've been asked what's my top 10 favorite anime of all time. I'm really happy that you asked the top 10 because I do consider my pre 2.5 year break that I just talked about to have my favorites, as well as after I gained a bunch of new favorites. Not to mention that I'm also a manga reader, so I have manga favorites. So I really just can't pick one. Actually, I will just pick one. I lied about that. My absolute favorite story out of anything is the Fruits Basket's manga story. Amazing. So great. Pre-break anime that I absolutely loved was Kekai Sensen, Samurai Champloo, Zankyou no Terror, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood I absolutely loved. And then in terms of manga from pre-break, I really liked Akatsuki no Yona, Fairy Tail, Fruits Baskets of course. And then post-break, I really loved Kaguya-sama Love is War, Tower of God, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan. Now I did watch Attack on Titan pre-break, but I didn't appreciate it the same way that I do now, so I'm gonna consider that post-break. In terms of manga that I'm really enjoying, my level 99 love for Yamada-kun is really cute. So I'm a Spider, So White is adorable. One of a Kind Romance is such an amazing webtoon. It's like weirdly grounded and sweet considering it's literally about a normal girl meeting an idol. I would really recommend that, and it's actually got a very grounded take on mental health issues. Like, it's very odd, but also what I'm really loving, which bloomed during my break, was you get reincarnated into an otome game, or that kind of general scenario. I'm loving those. Daniel asked what's my favorite anime and what's my least favorite. Now, I already talked about my favorites, but I want to talk about my least favorite because there was one anime that I hated, but I watched the entire thing and I hated all of it. And there's that one where they're fish kids. They're fish kids and they go to the surface and there's non-fish kids. I don't know, it'll be right here. I hated it. I hated that. I usually don't watch things that I hate, but I could not stop watching this anime. Everywhere the plot went, I hated it. Every single thing that happened, I was angry. I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying you can't enjoy it. I'm saying the way the plot unfolded was dumb to me. And I'm not here for it. Liberty Box asked, have I watched Haikyuu? No. Nick asks, are there any anime tropes that annoy you or that you feel are used too much? The pervert. I cannot stand that. The I can't fight you because you're a girl, or I won't fight full strength because you're a girl, or just like refusing to pair up the male protagonist against a female villain. Like, and then thirdly, and this one in certain situations are okay, but for the most part, I never root for the best friend character. I'm always there for you and I love you when you clearly don't love me back, but I'm not willing to drop that. And I'm gonna insert myself in oh my god, I hate it. And that's why I'm about to make people real mad right now. That is why, without even watching Re:Zero, I can tell you right now, I hate Rem. I know it because she's just that archetype, that best friend, like, ooh. Oh my god. I hate her. There's too many figures of her out there and nope, not for me. Okay, number 2. All right. Oh no, we're still at like the beginning of the video. I'm gonna be honest, I'm having like stage fright right now. This is hard. I have a newfound respect for anyone who does question and answer videos. Like, this is so much harder than I thought it would be. Okay, Gwen Collects. Gwen Collects asks, what's my favorite anime genre? I don't know if you're able to tell based on what I said before, but when I watch anime, I tend to watch like the high quality, high production anime, the really good stuff, the beautifully composed and directed and animated stuff, which tends to be shonen. It just kind of turns out that way. It doesn't mean that everything I watch is shonen, but for the most part it usually is. Things that aren't shonen, for example, are March Comes in Like a Lion, Asobi Asobase. Oh my god, what have I watched that's not shonen? Oh my god, there's an app now! Are you kidding me? Okay, okay. Anyways, apparently there's an anime list app. Mushishi, Akko is good. Carol and Tuesday. For manga, I read mainly romance, or at least something where I can cheer on the relationship between two characters. The only one where I don't have that, literally, is So I'm a Spider, So What? Other than that, there's at least 2 characters that are in a relationship that I'm invested in, whether it's romantic or not. And for that, obviously I can read, you know, the good stuff, but I can also read mid-tier, and I can also read absolutely shit manga, basically turn my brain off. For that, I don't have like a has to be it has to be the best. So Boo asked, he has 2 questions, though I'm going to answer them separately. The first one is, what day job do you have so you can afford all of this? Meaning my figures and merch, of course. So I have 3 main reasons as to why I can afford things, and one of them is the day job. The first thing is that I work manual labor and I work in the lawn care industry, so I do get paid a bit more than minimum wage, and I also never say no to a shift. The second reason is that I live at home with my parents, so I don't have to pay rent. That in itself is a privilege that I need to acknowledge. And then as well, the third thing is, while I don't hold back too much, like I still do, but I don't hold back too much with my collection and buying things, I do hold back in every other facet of my life. If I have to buy something, I wait until the very last minute to buy something. I will try to be as cheap as possible or to reduce how much I buy. If I'm gonna get clothing, I'm going to try to thrift it, and I'm not gonna try to buy clothing very often anyways. If I'm going to buy makeup, I'm just not going to. Like, to the point where it's an issue. I might have found out that the foundation I'm using is 8 years old. But it's not done yet, so I'm gonna... It's powder foundation, but I am a well-adjusted individual. So about the second part of Boo's question, what made me come up with my username? It's a great level of self-awareness. The truth of the matter is there was no self-awareness about it. I actually picked it as a joke when I was picking usernames. I wanted something that was both anime related but also girly. And so I was playing around with, you know, messing around with the word anime itself. And I thought of anime, and I thought it was hilarious because that's not how I see myself. At the time, I thought that when you picked a username, only one person could have that username, so they'll shut you down if it's already taken. So I thought to myself, how dumb is this? Let me see if it's taken, as a joke. And then it let me go through with it. And I was like, okay, that's so dumb. I'm gonna keep it for now, and then later on, I'll change it because I didn't expect anyone to see my channel for at least a couple of years. So I thought I had a long time to decide to change it. About a month or 2 in, I grew attached to the name, and so now I really like it, but it was originally a joke to myself. Xenia says, "You're a real one for getting through this video," referring to how I was sick in my last video, which, by the way, thank you guys so much. You were so supportive about that. And they also ask, where in the world would I like to travel the most? In terms of where I want to travel the most, I don't think it's going to come as much of a surprise to anyone that I would really like to go back to Japan. But if I'm with somebody and they're like, we should go to Newfoundland, I'm going to be like, yeah, okay, let's go. Like anywhere in the world, if someone suggests it, I'll just go. I'm not really picky about it, and I'm not really set on the next place has to be Japan. Whenever an opportunity presents itself and I'm able to afford it, of course, I'd like to do that thing, so I'm more than happy to let other people just decide. I'll tag along, whatever it is, I'll tag along. And they also ask, have I been to any anime conventions? Now, I might have been the type of person that was a closet weeb, and I thought it made me cooler to be like, I'm not the type of person to go to anime conventions. I'm not like other weebs. I only obsessively watch anime in the privacy of my own home. Except my most recent blooming of anime addiction has become very public, as you can see, and through that I've learned that, oh wait, I actually really do want to go to an anime convention. Unfortunately, I realized that in 2020. So I have never been to one, and I would like to go to one, but I need to be patient. Oh, okay, so Schwerwald asks, do I have an Instagram? And I'm gonna use this moment to plug my other social medias, social networks. I have a Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and I also have a TikTok that I don't really talk about. I literally just use it to track my progress in drawing. It's amateurish, and the TikToks are amateurish, and my drawing is amateurish, and I am amateurish. But based on this video, you might have also been able to guess that. Okay, so Wilted Petal asks multiple questions. The first one is, where's your favorite place to buy anime figures? So my absolute favorite place to buy anime figures is Ami Ami. After that, I like Solar Airs Japan for more rare items, Good Smile Company for items that have a bonus, or for bunny figures because they have the set 2,000 yen shipping. I also really like going on Zen Market and using Yahoo Auctions or Amazon Japan. As well, Mandarake, though I don't use it as much, is great for pre-owned figures or pre-owned items. They also ask, do I have any hobbies outside of anime figure collecting? Yes. I also really enjoy fashion, I enjoy doing my nails, and I enjoy art, and I'd like to get into sports. Actually, no joke, like not even because of Haikyuu, I've just always enjoyed volleyball, but I really want to start playing volleyball again when it's safe. So they also ask, what are some genres of music that I enjoy? So my top 3 favorite playlists that I've made is only one BTS song, which is not against BTS, I just want people to know what they're getting into if they ever find the playlist. Weeb shit and makes me feel like the main character. I will put some of my favorite songs right here, and I will also link them down below if you're interested in listening to them. We Interrupt that asked, do I have any plans on branching out on my YouTube content, whether it be anime related or just any other topics that I would like to talk about? So I just want to say, I really like surprises, so I assume you guys might like surprises, so I'm not going to give exactly away what I plan on doing, but I do plan on keeping this channel mainly anime figures / merchandise related, and I have ways in which I want to branch that out. However, I do have some other content that you'll see in the next couple of months that is only loosely anime figure and merch related. You'll see. I'm a bit nervous about it because I know it's not a great thing to split your content, but I'm also really, really excited. Okay, so Fresh Mento asked, very important question. Orange juice or apple juice? Orange juice. Are you kidding me? Apple juice is so boring. Ice makes everything better. You know what? Except for apple juice. There's nothing you can do to make apple juice better, and it's just plain and boring on its own. Orange juice, on the other hand, add ice, make it better. Soda water, grenadine, and a little bit of vodka, you got yourself an easy cocktail, okay? You wanna make mimosas? You need orange juice for that. You wanna make a screwdriver? You need orange juice for that. You wanna make a fruit salad? You can add orange juice to a fruit salad, and it actually makes it better, okay? Orange juice is objectively better than apple juice in every single way, and I stand with that. Fight me on it. I don't care, fight me on that. Okay, so Andy asks, I've watched a couple of videos of yours with my sister and found it funny how in each video you seem to have a different hair color, yet your hair looks so nice and healthy after all the dyeing. We were just wondering what conditioners or hair products you might be using. So actually my hair is damaged because I screwed it up at the beginning of 2020, which is a nice mood setter for that year. Ella, in or out? It's my dog. Hi, baby. So I bleach my hair as little as possible. It is quite literally a last resort. When I do bleach my hair, I mix these two ion packets together and put in my hair for an hour, and it gives me a little pick-me-up. When I use color, I tend to use either Arctic Fox or Overtone, which are both very conditioning for my hair. And when I shower day to day, I tend to use the Biolage Fiber Strong shampoo and conditioner, which has been really, really good. So Cash Money asks, what's my favorite hair color that I've dyed my hair, and what is the next color that I plan to do? My favorite hair color has been both the rose gold that I had way before this channel, and as well the royal blue that I had. The only thing with the royal blue though is that stuff does not come out of your hair, like no matter what. So if my hair ever looks a little bit muddy, it's because I literally have leftover blue in there that I cannot get rid of. In terms of my next hair color, it's just gonna be varying shades of what I have right now. And then after that, it's gonna be a surprise to both me and you, because I don't know what the next color is gonna be after this. So Jordan asked what got me into the anime figure hobby. Basically, I went to Japan and I walked into Akihabara. So Taijo Boo Boo as what do my family and friends think about my collecting, and what figures do I most regret buying in my collection? My dad likes anime, although he's not a big fan of the excessive spending that goes into anime figure collecting, but he can really appreciate the figures. My mom doesn't really understand anime as much, but she's still really, really supportive. She definitely has her favorites, and you know, she's definitely happy to say like, oh, I really like that one, you know, so it's really, really nice. My friends are neutral about it. They don't really care. In terms of the one figure that I regret buying, it is this Hestia figure, because Hestia might be Bestia, but this is a bootleg. I bought this years ago. I think I was 18 or 19 years old. I didn't really know anything about anime figures. And so for whatever reason, I thought I could get an authentic $30 anime figure off of eBay, and I was wrong. Surprise, surprise. I don't know. I don't support bootlegs, so she's my least favorite anime figure that I own. Farron asks, what motivated me to open up a channel and share my hobby on YouTube? Basically, at the beginning of 2020, I got out of a 2-year-long relationship. At the same time, I also got into figure collecting. So not only did I find myself with more time and more money that I could dedicate towards myself, but I was also super excited about this thing that I had nobody to talk to about. So I ended up turning to YouTube because I was like, I'm excited. I'm like, I really appreciate these things and I want to talk to people about it. And so I came here. Anyways, so I love Kongmin. He asks, what's one character that I've never seen a figure of that I wish had a figure? Okay, first of all, Samurai Champloo. Any of the 3 main characters, Fu, Jin, or Mugen, could have an amazing figure. I can really see it. And especially if Kotobukiya made one of them, oh my god, I can imagine they can make a really beautiful figure of them. So I really wish all 3 of them had a figure. That and Violet Evergarden. That one scene where she's jumping with the umbrella? Are you kidding me? Are you telling me there's not a figure of that yet? Wasted potential. Lee asks, why did I stop collecting Nendoroids? I talk about this a lot. I don't collect Nendoroids anymore. It's not like there's any kind of like sinister reason as to why I don't buy Nendoroids. Actually, it's kind of the opposite. Basically, I just consider myself a scale figure collector, so buying a Nendoroid is money and space that I could otherwise use towards scale figures, and that's literally it. And actually, I actually really love Nendoroids. My decision to stop collecting them was when I started to feel compelled to buy any Nendoroid of any series that I knew, which can get very dangerous very fast. Okay, for example, this is just one series, but clearly I don't watch Haikyuu. But if I did, they have a lot of Nendoroids. Actually, some of the characters have literally 2 different Nendoroids, so you can pick 2 different styles of how you want to show them, and I would feel compelled to get them all, and it would be bad, okay? So it's just a lot easier to ban myself from ever getting any Nendoroids, because that's the easier way to apply self-discipline. Dave and I be getting drunk together. Thank you so much for buying me another beer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you subscribed, thank you for subscribing, and I hope you have a great day.